everybody. Welcome to Operation Unthinkingable, a redo, sequel, part two, if you will, of Operation Unthinkable. We determined collectively that there was no more political or gamesmanship will to be tilted at that horrific game and the whiff that was Paris by the Germans. So we have reset with a few other house rule changes. Notably, this game, DC and Beijing are worth one victory point each. So at a point, I could actually do that right now. Washington, D.C., Beijing. Hey, you know what? And I don't fully understand why all these are multi-stacked. That's okay. Let's see. America has its DC point. Beijing is as of yet unclaimed, so I'll leave it open. Um, we may wish slightly larger. But that's a big one. I believe there's also been a slight buff to the Germans, noted here. So, when they are first at war with Great Britain, the Germans get a first Happy Time submarine to come out, and then a second Happy Time submarine to come out should they be at war with the Americans. And these were designated as either regular or an advanced submarine, should they have that unlocked. Um, this is with the clash rules almost. So, much like the class, there is a transport for Italy added to the starting setup on the build chart. There's also the ability with Africa Oriental to build anywhere in Africa that is originally Italian. So likely it'll be Tobruk again, just like last game. It's just much more defensible. There's been a few changes to bombing cities out at 50 instead of 45 is when the city becomes disabled, and disabled city is no longer giving the +1 defense for infantry class. It's no longer giving the target select for infantry class at 1. It's no longer a -2 for attacking vehicles, but it's a -1 attack and defense for all vehicles. And at 100 damage is when the city is negated. It is no longer considered a city territory whatsoever. It's just a territory of its base terrain. Um, It is no longer worth a victory point if it's worth a victory point. Also, a big one is Italy may not lend lease to Spain, and anytime the Allies declare war on a neutral nation is a permanent -1 VP. So they may feel like that's the thing to do if Germany is holding Madrid or the USSR is holding Madrid and they need to negate a point in order to ensure a tie situation. They might go -1 to facilitate that. Let's see. This is 448, so these two fighters that were here are now tacticals. The fighter that was here is now a tactical. The fighter that was here is now a tactical. The fighter that was here is now a tactical. And the Hungarian and Slovakian fighters have been changed to tacticals as well. You will notice that I've got the states enabled for these minor nations. So should someone, say, walk into Austria on round 1, they can very easily become German-aligned Austrian infantry without needing to load those saved units. Yes, without further ado, let's get kicking off. Much like the Clash, there is technological superiority. This is tied to the Berlin factory remaining undamaged now. I should double check that. It says if Berlin factory is undamaged. So if there were 2 Berlin factories, that is a very good question. If one of them is undamaged, if all of them are undamaged, select a tech and roll 2 dice for that tech instead of 1. Tech advances if either is a success, no additional effect if both have succeeded. That we don't know yet. That's a very good question that I'll post to the group. But we're going to go with heavy armor, LRA, and advanced submarines right off the bat as Germany with our initial 3. That is a 9 and an 11. We like to see success when we can. So sad for LRA. And yet, that happens from time to time. And let's see, Italy. Alright. We like the heavy armor success. We like advanced sub success. That doesn't change the buy though. So this buy is going to be upgrading to the major factory. We're going to send the nationalists an AA gun, and we're going to build 2 airborne infantry with Germany. The Germans are not conducting any combat moves. However, during the combat movement phase, they are going to be walking into Austria as the thing that they do. So now they've got some units of Ness. And if you hit the reset, then they're permanently that. No need to go back on stages of anything there. That will bump the British and the French up $1 each for Austria. Then combat moves here. This is always a tricky one. This is always a tricky one. I think the right move here is to throw all of this into Basque Country, and we don't honestly need this card for that. We will launch the tactical bomber there as well. And I think that'll just be turn one. We're going to go a little passive on that. Yeah. So then the combat, we have an artillery for a first strike at a 2 with somebody else at a 2 and a cavalry at a 2. Thing at... What the heck? Ah. Yes. That's alright. I believe those are the 4 attacking units. This will be the first strike, and it's just, or you know what, because it doesn't matter on that, that'll be the first strike. We'll see if they get to shoot back or not. They are dead, triply so, but they do get to strike back. And they miss at a 5. Nationalist Spain takes Basque Country. No casualties for now. A tactical bomber will land, and infantry will go. Infantry artillery will go. Honestly, we don't really need that either. They have their troops. Troops are out. Things will either die or not. Okay, that should be, oh, well, let's put the buys on and deliver things and do a couple rolls. We have things coming out on the board, which yes, we are saving 4. Nationalists receive this. There's 2 airborne that show up here. This will show up there along with KMS status. For the Deutschland. Is it the Kraftspat? It's the Admiral Kraftspat. Alright. Well, we're going there. And that has been delivered. We do have a nationalist recruitment to roll. We are hoping for good luck. Nope, not good luck. We're gonna delete that one then, because I've preempted by going on these, so we'll roll these as necessary for all those different recruitment types. Germany will pick up 22, and they saved 4, so they have 26 cash on hand. And we'll punt it to the commies. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.